Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and creative parts of Google Docs, the Insert section. If you have ever wanted to make your document stand out with images, tables, charts, or even emojis, this is where all the magic happens. Alright, let's head over to the Insert section. Now, our first option is inserting an image. We can either upload it from our computer, or we can search via web, or from our Google Drive, Google Photos, or even our camera by URL. But currently, I'll prefer uploading our image from our computer. So let me click on this image right here to select it. Here is our image. Alright, let me right click on the image. If I want to cut, copy, paste, I can do all that. Let me try to crop the size. Let's try to reduce the size. Okay, that has been cropped. Now if you want to replace this image, I will just right click on it, then head over to replace image. We can upload from our computer still, and this time round let me select that one. As you see, we have replaced our image right now, but let's undo. I prefer the other darker color. Now let's right click and head over to image options. Then what we're gonna do is size and rotation. Now we can control our width from right here. Width and height go together hand in hand to make it more uniform, but we can uncheck that and do the adjustments without changing the height by default. But if I lock the aspect ratio and do this, it's gonna change, and by default, if it's a rectangle, it will be a rectangle. If it's a square, it will be a square. If it's any shape, it will make sure that it maintains that very shape. Now let's head over to the text wrapping. We wanna wrap some text. Let me first copy this image. Let me cut it actually, so the text will be visible. Let's increase the font size. Let me make it at 60 right there so that it's visible. Let's insert in our image, Ctrl V. Let me try to select which color, maybe yellow. I want the text to appear at the top. So what I'm gonna do, so the text will appear right here. This is how the text will appear in front of the image, and this is how the text will appear behind the image. So in front of the image right here, behind the image right there. Or you can do the controls from right here. You just tap the text appearing in front of the image, and this is at the back of the image. Now this is the inline. Let's first make it at the back, so let's make it inline. So let's try to wrap. So we have wrapped our text. So here are the margins of the text. We can so let's try to adjust our margins. Oh, this is 0. Let's make it 0.4 maybe, and the bottom 0.2. Then here we have the left and right. Now heading over to the position, we can select either to move with text or fix the position, but I prefer this. But you can also select this and make sure that it has a fixed position on the page instead of moving with the text. Now here is the relative paragraph. We can adjust the paragraph right here basing on how we want our text to look like. Now here is the recolor. We can recolor. Let me try to select this color, and you see our image has turned to dark 7. We want to remove the color, no recolor, sorry. So that's the no recolor. Let's try to make it a bit brighter. You see, Now heading over to the adjustments, we have the brightness. Let's try to increase the brightness, but it's brighter as you see. Alright, we also have the contrast. Here we can reset the contrast. We can try to decrease. That is abnormal. Let's put it back. So if you want to reset our changes, you just tap the reset button and it will reset all the changes that we've made. Heading over to the advanced, we can add a title to our image. Let's just say 1B image. Now let's go back to our insert. Then this time round we're inserting a table. We can start by building blocks, a simple decision log. For example, we may have a topic, a decision, then the owner and status. Let's start with insert as our topic. Alright, then decision is a tutorial, then the person, then we can select the status. We can just say maybe in progress. So that's table number 1. Then let's go to table number 2. We come to insert, then we go to table, building block, review tracker. Here you can select the receiver and now the status. This time round, let's try to select under review, and right here we'll be able to insert our notes. Now heading over to our next table, we shall go to insert, then we go to table, content launch tracker. Now here we can select the type, either we can border all. Actually this is the setting that we can apply to maybe a particular cell. Maybe let's just say insert, since it's what we're looking at. Then description, tutorial. Then here we can select the date. Let's try to select maybe 15th. So you can set if it's published or not. So just tap the arrow right there and say yes, and the content file, and we can select here the content file. It may be from a Microsoft Word document, or we can search a file in the existing files. Then here is the outlet, where is the content gonna be published. Now heading over to the product roadmap, just click on the product roadmap, and here we can insert the project of anything that may be of planning. Then we can select here the status. It may be in progress, launched, maybe it has already launched. And related files, we can insert our files right there and place our notes of maybe the experience of anything. Then project assets right here. Now here we can select our project file and description, then the status. Is it approved? Is it under review, or it's in progress? Now here is view more. So right here at your right sidebar, we can insert a meeting note. For example, maybe a happy birthday. Then we can list the attendees and the actual notes. You can select anything, maybe from your calendar. For instance, you've reached the time and you had scheduled an event, and maybe you're the secretary, then this will work for you best. Now here is how we can do the email draft. To whom is the email going to and the subject. Now here is communication, then draft. We have already done that. Then we have meetings. You can set our meeting notes right there and select basing on your calendar, and then you select the meeting notes of a particular event that you set. Now this is for a simple decision log. Here you insert the topic, then the decision, then the owner, then the status right here. Then heading over to the project management, we have the review tracker. Right here we can select. Then insert the person, then the status, then the notes. It's the same thing that we've been doing if you've been following the video. So this is the team directory, then this is the project assignments. For example, here is the name, then the role. Is it project management, engineering, design, skills, or it's the project is under research, planning, implementation, marketing, or it's in contributions where we have phototyping, specifications, research, project planning. Then here we have project assets where we have it's the same thing. Then we have the product roadmap. It's similar because under the project roadmap we have the project status, then the related files, then the notes, then content launch tracker, we have covered that. Then here we can insert the contacts, like for instance the name, the email, the phone number, the location, and right here we can insert the applicants, the name, email, phone, social, resume, and stage. Now here is the sales contact where we have the name, email, title, opportunities, stage, then the notes itself. We have already covered the building blocks. Right now we're covering the smart chips, where we can insert the date, the people, the file, then the calendar events, then the place, then we have also the placeholder chips and also drop down. Okay, let's try that. But this is similar to what we've been already doing. So inserting the date, for example, today's date is 4th. Then we head over to insert, then can insert people still. Then we can insert the calendar event, place, and all these. Heading over to signature, this is premium. Alright, this is how this signature is made. Single one, I can leave it as single one. Then I tap to signature. Then I'll select to edit the signature field. Now here is where our signature is made. Now we can insert our initials right here. Then we can insert our name. Then we can insert a text field. Then we can set the date it was signed. So here is link. I can insert, for example, the tag, and I can search for any link, for instance our video. So these are the results from VTech. All this is in our Google Docs, it's in our Google Drive, sorry. Then billing and payment, so let's click on insert, then drawing, then I create a new drawing. Then it opens the interface where I will have to draw my drawings. I'll start with the shapes. I'll start with, for instance, let me use that shape. Then I'll just draw it right there, and under that shape I'll change the color to green. Okay, then under shapes we have also arrows and callouts and equations. I will not use all this. I'm just giving an example of each. So next we shall go with the line, and I'll give one example of the line. Now I'll have to draw the line. That's how I can make it huge a little bit. And here is the background color. Let's try to make it yellow. This is the background color of our page, but let's just undo. Alright, let's go add some text. So on the text we can also try to change maybe the color if you want, and do all the other customizations. and we also have our toolbar right here. It's similar with these, as you see. That's our toolbar. Alright, let's save and close. It's actually weird, but it was just an illustration. So now let's insert a chart. We have bar, we have column, we have line, we have pie. But you can select any of these. But first we shall just do for bar, then line, and all the others you can try out. So this is our bar graph. Now here we have team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. Then we have 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. Now heading over to the symbols, we have emojis. These are the different emojis you can select. Yeah, let me try to select some other category of emojis. Let's try trophies. I don't see any trophy. Okay, let's just select that. Okay, let's try to increase our font size. So those are the emojis that we've selected. Then this time round we're heading over to symbols and special characters. You can select any of these characters. Then heading over to insert symbols. Then we can insert equations. We can insert a new tab, obviously. Then horizontal line. You see, this is the horizontal line. Then here we can make a page break. Let's create one. That's a page break. And heading over to insert, then break section. We have the section break. This will move to the next page. We also have the section break continuous. So this is made continuous, but it's a break. Now here is where we can add a bookmark right here. So this is our bookmark. So we have page elements, we have table content. These are like numbers. Then we have the header. Okay, let's try the header. So this is the header. Now let's go to insert, then page elements, then the footer right here. Now this is the footer, this is the header. The header is right here, yeah, that's the header, then this is the footer. So let me type in insert. Alright, that's our footer. So let's insert our header. As you see, we have insert and our header is page. Please note that this will be applied to the entire document. Page elements, we have a watermark. We can insert our watermark right here. So you can either insert it as an image. Let me browse. Let me take this color. So we're done with selecting our color, and yeah, this is our watermark. As you see, this image is our watermark. But we can also make text watermark, page placement and watermark. Then this time round it should be text, and the text that we're gonna use is, let's use that. As you see, 1VTech, that's our watermark, and it's applied to the entire document. The page numbers, let's make page counts. So these are the page numbers, page elements, and lastly we have a footnote. So that's our footnotes. Remember, our bookmark, I didn't place anything right there. So all we're gonna do is gonna type in that's subscribe. Subscribe, please. So that has been it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, blessings.